right, hello Team Thrive Nation, good morning. It's only like 7:30 here in Vegas. Let me know when you get on, and I know I didn't give you guys any notice today. If you would, let me know that you're on, tag your teams, go over to your team pages, say, hey, Mauria's live in Team Thrive Nation. I've definitely got a story that you've got to hear. So I think that's Jason's little bubble that I saw right there. Oh, yeah, I see you. Okay. All right, so I've had this on my heart ever since we got here, and I wanted to share a little bit. So behind me, let me just take the phone off and let me see if I can switch it around, and I'm going to show you guys because this is what prompted this. Morning, Haley. Morning, Jason. I see you, Tanya. Okay, so this is our view. I'm here with Jaden in Vegas. But across the way, so can you guys see Treasure Island? It's like to the left of where you can see that video playing right there. And then across the way, you see Venetian. And right above that is the Palazzo. So right above where it says Venetian, you can see Palazzo. And then behind that's like Encore. Okay, so here's the story. Y'all, it's so weird because it just kind of comes full circle for me, but I want to share with you guys, especially since like the theme of the last few months that's just been placed on my heart has been vision and possibility, and legacy vision, right? So I'm going to take you guys back to February 2014, okay, so almost 7 years ago. It was our very first lifestyle getaway that the company had ever launched. I had joined in October, and I remember Tony telling me, oh yeah, well, November is the first month of qualification for this trip to Vegas in February, and it's going to be so great, and all you have to do is get $12,000 in online orders in a month, and you can qualify. And it was actually my birthday weekend. And I'm like, first of all, I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, Vegas sounds amazing, especially with my husband. On my birthday, we have twin 3-year-olds, and we had just gone through this huge move and moved to West Texas, and we'd actually been apart for a while my husband was working, while I was at home working and trying to sell the house. And honestly, we had gone through kind of a rocky spot in our marriage because my insecurities were so low before Thrive. And so I was like, yeah, that sounds amazing, but how the heck am I going to do $12,000 in online orders in a month? Like, I kind of thought Tony was absolutely crazy. But she knew what I didn't know. She knew how quickly this business could grow for me because of the fact that it wasn't just going to be people that I knew. She knew that my story was going to encourage me to share with other people, right? But she also knew that as I was sharing with other people, some of those people were going to trust me, and they were going to have an amazing story. And then those people were going to be motivated to share with someone else, because if they shared with 2 friends, they could get it for free. Or maybe they wanted to earn some Christmas cash, right? And they wanted to go VIP 800, VIP 1600. So see, Tony knew what was possible here before I understood what was possible. She painted that picture. She painted just that, that spark in my mind of what could happen. And what do you know, y'all? I qualified for that very first lifestyle getaway. And so here we are. We're here in Vegas. It's February 2014. And Lavelle puts us in the Palazzo. That's the one. If you missed the beginning of the video, you've got to go back and watch it, okay? After this, like, hang with me here, okay? And if you're watching live, let me know you're live. Go over to your team pages, say, Maria's on, you got to get over here and watch this. Tag your people. If you're watching the replay, tell your team, you've got to go watch this. I'm usually not this bold with, please make sure your people watch this. But anyway, so Lavelle puts us in the Palazzo. Y'all, it was the nicest hotel I had ever stayed in. It was amazing. It had like remote, I remember it was this big suite, and it was just incredible, and it had remote like that did the blinds or whatever, and they wined and dined us. There were only probably, I think, like 80 people on that very first lifestyle getaway, and I just remember, being around these people and, having that time with Paul and Jason. I just met Paul and Jason in January at a local, and then being in that room and just hearing what Jason Camper had to say and seeing Paul's passion. And I knew I was in the right place at the right time. I didn't know what the future held for me, but I knew that something magical was happening here. First of all, I mean, I felt the magic. I felt the thrive. I had already, been sharing with a lot of people. I had already started receiving incredible weekly rewards. We had paid cash for Christmas that year for the first time ever. The month of January had been spent using those weekly rewards to pay off debt. And it was just, it was crazy. It was kind of overwhelming, but it was amazing. And then we went to like this steakhouse dinner, and I don't remember exactly where it was, but like it was the nice little fancy dinner, like where you sit down and then they pull the table to you. I mean, like we were wined and dined. Like I'd never been wined and dined like that. Okay, so comes time for us to check out of the hotel, fly home. There's an ice storm in Texas, like, which never happens. And I know all you Northerners, y'all, we can't do anything in Texas when it snows or there's ice because we're just not equipped for it. And so basically we're like, okay, well, we can't fly home. But we had pulled up the rates of the Palazzo. And at that point, like Ralph and I looked at each other, and I didn't want to spend, I mean, I'd never spent that much on a hotel room. And I was like, we can't afford to stay here. Now, had I already started making really good weekly rewards? Yes. But again, like just the thought of spending that much money, when we had a lot of debt to pay off, and I mean, like we had never done anything, I was like, we can't afford to stay here. And so I look out the window of the Palazzo, right? I can't see it like this. I showed you guys when we started. I look out the window of the Palazzo. It's right above the Venetian. You can kind of see the PAL. And I see Treasure Island. And I'm like, well, babe, there's Treasure Island right there. I'm sure they've got rooms. It's Vegas. I'm sure it'll be clean. Let's just see. So we get online and we book a night at Treasure Island. Okay. So I'm not going to dog Treasure Island. Here's what I'm going to say. Treasure Island is nothing like the Palazzo, okay? So we walk into Treasure Island and it smells like cheap suntan lotion. Like legit, like it's almost like they're sending the smell of like coconuts and cheap suntan lotion through the vents. And I'm like, oh gosh, here we go. So we get up and we check in, and they give us the free buffet, and we're like, well, this is great. Like, we got a cheap room, we've got a free buffet. So we go get in the line, check into the room, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, hey, this is not where we just were. Like, okay, but I'm cool with it. Like, it's fine. So we go and we get in line for the buffet, and there's this man that's like coming out, and he is pissed, like yelling at the lady about how terrible the buffet is, right? Okay, granted, this is a free buffet, right? And he's complaining about it. And we're literally in line, like we're almost ready to go in. And I look at Ralph and he's like, there's always one in every bunch. I'm sure it'll be fine. Like, let's just go. We can't just judge this buffet based on this one man that's coming out complaining, right? So we go through the buffet and we sit down. And Ralph's sitting across from me. And that is so loud. I guess there's a race car here somewhere. Anyway, Ralph is sitting across from me, and I just remember I looked up at him and I looked him in the eye and I said, I want that life. I don't want to be stuck in this life. I want that life. And honestly, guys, that is probably the moment that, I mean, I had already, I just hit 200K in January. So here I was on the first getaway in February. I had gone crazy with my love for this business, or with my love for this product, with my love for what I had found. I had become obsessed with getting text messages from people that said they were earning their product for free, obsessed with text messages from people that said they felt amazing, obsessed with helping people hit VIP 800. We had popped several 12Ks. We were helping people, pay for their car every month. But that moment was like, I turned it up a notch, because I wanted that life. And again, I'm not dogging Treasure Island, okay? I'm just saying that there's a lot better for us out there than Treasure Island. And I think that that's obviously the point of these lifestyle getaways, is to introduce us to something that, a life that isn't controlled by financial stresses. Like if you can create a residual income that continues to pay you, if you can partner with a company and go all in chasing what you desire for your family. For me, it was, I don't want to be stuck. I don't want, and that's always been my motivator. I don't want to be stuck. I want options. That's why I say I'm an option creator. That's why I say this company, this opportunity has created so many options for our family. It's created options for other people. We define our options in totally different ways. Some of you may be like, Treasure Island is my favorite hotel in Vegas. And that is great, right? But it's all about what is it that you want. Now, let me tell you this. I want to tell you guys how I got this life. I got that Palazzo life because of this company. But I didn't get this life because I sat back and watched opportunities pass me by. I didn't get this life by ignoring company promotions. I didn't get this life by checking out. I didn't get this life by not talking about Thrive for weeks on end or days on end on my Facebook or Instagram, right? I didn't get this life by calling it quits when life got hard. I didn't get this life by saying I'm over it when some of my best friends left the business or people gave up. And let me tell you guys, there were people in that room on that very first lifestyle getaway that are no longer with this company. And I don't follow them, but I'm not sure they have that life. Because guess what, guys? There's always going to be distractions. There's always going to be obstacles that come your way. There's always going to be life happening to you. Always. Like, it's a guarantee. I'm going to tell you right now, it's a guarantee. Is this life typical here? Nope. Look at the income disclosure statement. What percentage of the people that join this business make it to the top? What percentage of the people that join this business make it to true financial freedom? It's a small percentage, but guess what? You all get to decide. Are you in that? I don't know what the percentage is. Are you in that 2%? Are you the 1%er? Are you the 2%er? Or are you going to be like, no, like that's not going to be possible for me because I don't have what it takes. Yeah, you have what it takes as far as the vehicle, the tools, the product, the comp plan, the CEOs paving the way, the opportunities. You have all of that. It's just, what are you gonna do with it? And are you gonna commit yourself to growth continuously? Are you gonna commit yourself to pushing yourself? Y'all, I am going live every single solitary day on Facebook and Instagram right now, trying to change up some algorithms, trying to reach the people that I've met over the last few years that are not yet thriving with me. And that is so uncomfortable for me. You guys are probably like, Mauria, you go live all the time. No, I can talk to you guys all day long, but going live on Instagram and Facebook is so uncomfortable for me. It is so far out of my comfort zone, but I have to push myself to get myself out there so that I can have more people introduced to this. I want to continuously introduce what we have here to my circle of influence, right? And vision, oh my gosh, vision? Y'all, you know what my vision is? My vision is this company is going to be around for the next 20 years. And I am going to be one of those that says, I have been with this company for 27 years. And I started out not being able to afford an extra night at the Palazzo and walking across the way to Treasure Island. But today, my family and my children and my grandchildren, we've built a legacy business because these two guys got together and created something magical for us. And then year after year after year after year, they continue to put more things out there that just upped the magic, and it increased the amount of people that we could impact their lives. And then it just grew and grew, and continuously over the next 20 years, there are going to be people that are coming into my business that are hungry. And that's what I want to close this out because we've got to get to the airport. But the people that are in that top percent, or in that small percentage that make it to the top, that small percentage that creates financial freedom like they've never established before. And the thing is like, I mean, you look at that income disclosure statement, like the lower tier, what would that lower tier income range do for you? What would it do for you and your family? especially if you kept your current job, your husband has his current job, and you're in that low end tier of that income disclosure statement. Don't tell me that's a bad thing. That's an amazing thing, right? But the people that really can create something magical here, y'all, are the people that are hungry. I'll never forget, I said something to Paul one day. I said, Paul, this was years and years ago. I said, I just need some smart, sharp people to join my business. And he's like, are you kidding me? You don't need smart, sharp people. You need people that are hungry for more, hungry to create options, hungry to do what it takes to build something special and amazing for their family, hungry to have those options, hungry to not be stuck anymore. That is what takes you beyond anything you've ever imagined. Y'all, this place still blows my mind. It's still, this company still blows my mind. These products still blow my mind. What they have coming. I got a text from Jason Camper this morning. He said January is going to be insane. He won't tell me what's happening. They never give me like an inside scoop. I know people think I get an inside. I don't get an inside scoop. January is going to be insane. But what are you guys doing now to build for that massive? I mean, we always have an explosion from January to April. Always. I mean, it's like I can pull the numbers and show you proof for the last 7 years. We always have an explosion from January to April. And then April typically is Thrivepalooza, Lord willing. We have no idea what's going to happen over the next few months, right? But I'll end that too with how much this company has done during a global pandemic. How much this company has done this year when we couldn't be belly to belly and face to face. Y'all, we're a relationship business. We have built this thing by being in rooms together. I've built this thing by being in a room with Thrivers at least once a month for the last 7 years. I haven't been able to do that in 2020. But guess what? My business has grown. And it's not because of Mauria Dillard. Yeah, and my business grows because I stay in the game. But my business grows because of those 3 simple steps, because the company continues to throw extra things on top of that. Hey, if you need a little additional support, here you go. My business continues to grow because the company says, hey guys, you want this? You want to get paid at $200K? Here you go. Hey guys, you want to go to Cabo? Here you go. I mean, if only you all could see what I see. You wouldn't go a day without talking about this. You wouldn't go a day without connecting to someone. You would, whatever it is that's holding you back, you would shake that off like nothing else. And you would say, I am full steam ahead. I will not be jealous of what someone else has accomplished in this business. I will be inspired because I know if I do what I need to do, I can grow this business. I've got to get off of here because we've got to head to the airport. But I hope that story touches you a little bit. I've written that story multiple times. A lot of you have heard it before, but I've never just gone live and really talked about it. But what life is it that you want? Get that vision board ready. Is it a life of options? Is it a life of, financial freedom? Is it a life of no debt? Is it a life of, I need to be able to, my kids live away. I want to be able to travel and get to them without having to worry about it. Is it, I want to be able to book a hotel and not worry about it? Is it, oh my God, like for me at first, it was, I want to be able to go to the grocery store and not check my bank account in the car, before I walk in. I want to be able to just buy what my family needs and not have to find the cheapest item on the shelf. Like, I want to deck my house out with Christmas at Christmas time and not worry about the freaking light bill. Like, what is it that you want? Figure it out, put it in front of you, and then make a commitment every single day to go create that for you. I want you guys to let me know. I want that life. What does that life mean for you? What does that life mean for you? And then utilize this to get you there. You guys have a blessed weekend. Love you guys. Please, if you're watching the replay, let us know you're here. Please get this out to your teams if this meant something to you. If you have a vision, there will be provision. There is a way to be made. Don't block your blessings here. You guys have a good weekend.